Let's ride, Outlaws. Welcome to Ghostwriter Intuition, everybody, where we integrate principles of darkness and light to help guide people through the Negredo process, spiritual warfare, and just general shadow work and self-improvement and realization. I'm Bree. I'll be your judge, jury, executioner, and president of the motorcycle club here. So yeah, let's just get into it. I was getting a pre-pull on the energy. We're going to dive into these. Sorry, I have a little bit of mush mouth. I just got back from work. Mush mouth. Blah, blah, blah. We're going to dive into air sign readings. We're getting back into the zodiac reads. So from the pre-pull, we got two different archetype stacks. Bleh. Two different archetype stacks. I'm also going to preface this reading by, before we get into the reading, let me preface this reading by saying the energy of distraction and the energy of procrastination has been very heavy in this reading. I pulled the pre-pull and then for an hour I got sidetracked doing other shit. And in the back of my head I was like, I need to film this reading, and it kept feeling like there was something trying to pull me away from delivering this message. With that being said, let's open up with a prayer and clear the energy. I call upon the Most High, my ancestors, angels, demons, spirits, and guides. Power animals. Please be present and use me as a mouthpiece of the divine so that I may deliver messages for the clearest. So that I may deliver clear messages, concise messages for the highest good of all involved. Sharpen my discernment and dispel all bindings, witchcraft, and distractions that have been sent the way to hide these messages from view. Place them in front of the people that need to see them so that your will be done. In the name of the Father, the Mother, and the Holy Child. Amen. Alright, so like I was saying, diving into this reading, we got two different archetype stacks. I'm being guided to say that this is two separate people being called into question. Air signs. We have the cage, apocalypsis, and the pilgrim. So I'm just going to show you these cards. Because I want you to see the imagery. With the cave and apocalypsis, Someone has chosen to go into the abyss. And the abyss is staring dead at their ass right now. This is a dissolution of the ego. This is becoming lost in the darkness. Because of the lack of necessary work being done to dispel the ancestral patterns, the ancestral karma necessary to successfully make it out the other side. Something about tiger spirits and how tigers hunt their prey in the brush is coming through. That may be significant to somebody. I'm not quite sure how that connects. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. So this person who is going through this dissolution process, there is respite, there is the good news is that there's a mentor available for you, and this mentor is doing work in the background to try and bring the best resolution of this situation for all involved. This mentor may be a Lilith devotee here. And the reason I'm saying this is because of the owl here, and then there's also the snake and the rose, as well as the orphan. So this is reminding me of okay. So what I was saying is that this is reminding me of Lilith's departure from the Garden of Eden, where she mutters the ineffable name of God and is basically ejected out of the garden, escorted by the angels. I am also seeing this as somebody who is stuck within the first Qlippoth, which is presided over through Lilith. So somebody could need to seek out a mentor who can guide them through the Qlippoth safely. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that Qlippothic energies can be very destabilizing. They can be maddening. They can destroy you, quite literally. if one is not able to ascend to the degree where they are not, how to explain, where they are not, so essentially you need to cultivate your willpower to ascend out of the sin that is represented by each Qlippoth, if that makes sense. So yes, moving on. So yes, somebody needs to seek a mentor so that they can safely ascend through the Qlippoth. With blood money in reverse, the unseen world, and no being here, along with ships in the night. There's also parasite, today for tomorrow, and anger and chains here. So someone has a spiritual parasite, and it is causing them to with today for tomorrow, they're choosing, because of this parasite, they are choosing what feels good in the moment over what is actually going to provide them the most long-term stability. With the moon here, there's something about moon magic. Oh, that's kind of funny. I was talking about tigers before, and there's a lion here in this card as well, with anger and chains. So somebody may need to call upon, I'm picking up on the demon Sabnok, who is useful to petition to acquire new homes, or someone either needs to contact this deity or they have contact this demon. To help like break the chains of this situation, because I'm high-key picking up that there's a predator in the energy. Ew, no, we don't like this. With feminine rage being at the bottom of the, yeah, somebody's a fucking predator. That's gross, man. Okay. Giving a child predator at that, and I'm not vibing, bro. Get this shit. Guilty. Okay, so somebody is lost in the first Qlippoth because they haven't cleared out either their old sexual traumas, or they are enacting these sexual traumas on people in a state of subconsciousness. Some wealthy male in a position of authority. Tell me more. Tell me more. This air sign is saying no to this blood money. This is what I'm picking up. Okay, so are you... Okay, air sign. Yeah, order in the court. You've been found out, motherfucker. Let's do this. Let's go. So this air sign is... Are you being held captive? What's going on here? King Paimon is here. Private eyes are watching you. This priestess in reverse is back again. And the wolves are closing in. Archangel Raphael. So somebody could be connected to Archangel Raphael. I'm also picking up on mxcabre. Especially if we're picking up on aspects of the abyss. Fairy Kingdom. Yes. Archangel Raphael's out again, wearing a mask. Archangel Zadkiel. Order in the court. Oh. This is disgusting. This is disgusting. And I think you know this as well, air signs. So let's do this shit. I'm just going to say what's coming through. Someone accepted an offer from a King of Pentacles who is throwing up nothing but illusions. A King of Pentacles who cannot contain his lust here with strength. Who cannot contain his lust or his bloodlust and gives into temptation. Asmodee's sigil is here, reminding me of King Solomon and the ending of King Solomon. This wealthy man that we referred to in the beginning, that is truly a King of Swords. He has no feelings. He has no emotions. He sits upon his throne and he uses his sword to cut others down, along with the followers that he pours into with the Three of Wands here with the skewed perspective. With the King of Wands here, this is like a very charming energy, a very charismatic and enterprising type of energy, a very sexy energy with the Lovers here. But the foundation is unstable with the Two of Pentacles here, as this wealthy man is a predator, feeding off of the third eye gifts of both the mother and the child here. Or maybe the mother and the father are both feeding off of the child. Ugh. The angels have seen, the divine has seen. This bloodline is stained. Oh, this bloodline is stained by Moloch. The priest's hands are dirty too. They've done this in the name of trying to reach the divine. They've sacrificed their hearts. In the name of a contract. With the Seven of Swords and Eight of Cups. They have placed the focus on what they gain, trying to ignore the emotions behind it. But with the Six of Wands in reverse, this isn't successful. Sometimes the parasites come from within. It's not always necessarily an actual like spiritual bug. Sometimes it is the patterns or the wounds that we refuse to look at and that fester. They become so entwined within our psyche, within our shadow, that we don't even realize that they're there. It's giving grooming. Someone was groomed to go along with this, but I think they're waking up and preparing to move forward. Yeah, they're moving forward. With waterproof being here, it's like you're hardening yourself to the criticisms of others, to the with territory here, the becoming immune to the opinions of others as they try to encroach upon what you know is correct, as they try to encroach upon your boundaries. You need to get into a routine, but with routine here, I'm still seeing the energy of movement. There's a need to move, and to move quickly. There's an anomaly in the energy, and I'm picking up that it's this mentor. Someone has cast illusions around this anomaly, acting in self-interest. Mimicking somebody, mimicking their energy, trying to parade their insights as their own, and it's being exposed. So air signs, what I'm picking up is move towards this mentor if you can, if you've seen them, because they can definitely help you with what you need. If anybody needs any personal readings or personal spiritual work, cord cuttings, blockbuster work, road opening work, or anything of the sort to ease with the transition, hit me up, because I have some things that can help you out if you're needing to move and you're needing to move fast. My email is in the link below. And with that, air signs, I think honestly I'm about to get out of this energy, because it's kind of heavy. Yeah. Closing remarks. Let's get a plant oracle as a closing remark. Give us some medicine, plant babies. Give us some medicine. Give us some medicine. I need to get some new oracle decks, y'all. Like, I'm gonna make a wish list and put it down below. But if anybody feels so compelled, definitely donate to the channel so we can get more decks to read the energy even more in depth for you. Because the messages, they really do end up becoming multi-layered when you start incorporating the energies of multiple decks. Closing medicine for the air signs. Closing medicines for my air sign spirit. Thank you. Yarrow. Yarrow is also a parasite removing herb. There's also rose crown at the subconscious level and poppy crowning the deck. So with poppy, I'm picking up on the dream state here. There's a need to protect yourself in your dream state and to really work with those energies. There's also something here about elk energies. I'm picking up on the energy of Hecate. Hecate and Nodia. Hecate Cathonia. Also Persephone. Something here about opiates maybe as well. With Rose here. This is also incorporating the image of the Kabbalah. So again, like I'm saying, the Qlippoth is definitely significant here. Lilith is also associated with roses. Sacral chakra healing is necessary at this time as well. Okay, so let's read off of the energy of Yarrow. We're gonna let y'all see the card as well. This is number 31. Associated with Venus and Mars. As an herb of Venus, yarrow has been traditionally used in love and beauty spells, growing by doorways and the edges of paths. It is said to promote fidelity for the home and family and is used in charms, potions, and incense. Medicinally, it is associated with battle, as its Latin name references the warrior Achilles, who was said to use this herb to staunch bleeding from the wound. The teacher-physician Chiron, the centaur, offers it to Achilles, and it was still being used on the battlefield as recently as World War I. The associated with blood and the iron within the blood also gives its rulership to Mars and makes it a herb of protective and defensive magic, particularly against harmful magic and unwanted entities, parasites. Likewise, it is being associated with the harvest near midsummer, otherwise known as the summer solstice. It can attract helpful and playful fairy beings. That's crazy. Didn't the fairy kingdom is here to help you? Like I said, it can attract helpful and playful fairy beings and is used in trance and dream magic, both for protection and spirit contact. Since it heals cut skin, is considered a beauty aid in clearing and beautifying the complexion. And in China, stalks of yarrow were traditionally used for divination by using hexagrams, a practice now spread across the world, though today more people commonly use coins. So the essence of yarrow is one of boundaries and borders, controlling the flow and passage of forces in between, like a sentinel at the gate. While in herbalism it closes the wounds of our last barrier, the skin and the flesh, sealing the wound. Energetically, it closes the wounds we have in our energy bodies, in our aura. When someone's words strike us and cause harm in ways we characterize as being cut to the quick or stabbed in the back, or even when the most well-intentioned person is sharp, such communication can break our boundary and we will lose energy just as we lose blood with a physical wound. Yarrow seals the aura and strengthens our shields. If our aura is too contracted, Yarrow helps us to find space. And if we are too loose without clear boundaries, Yarrow helps us to set our limits with an appropriate distance. So, divination meaning. Yarrow indicates that it's time to consider who and what is allowed into your life. If you have a tendency to close down and limit yourself, consider opening to new people, situations, and even spiritual allies. If you tend to be very open, perhaps you should pull back a bit and focus on deepening the relationships you already have in your life. If you can help someone in need, someone who has been harmed, now is the time to offer aid, like Chiron offering Yarrow to Achilles. Inverted Yarrow indicates a violation of our boundaries and a need to seal up the wound and establish our protection shields. Okay. If the episode is not clear in your mind, reflect on recent communication and interactions. How someone might have crossed a line or contributed to your loss of energy. Is there a person or situation you are obsessing over? That could be your key. Take this time to reestablish your own personal space and be careful who you let into your space, mind, and heart. The affirmation is, I am protected from harm and open to possibility. So yeah, air signs, TLDR of the reading. Somebody needs to get it together and not get stuck within the Qlippoth sphere. And it may not even be that they intentionally initiated into this Qlippoth sphere. Because, you know, when traumas happen and when people violate our boundaries in ways such as the R word or the M word, especially because I was picking up on the energy of Moloch. Ugh. Be gone. Thought. But, fuck, what was I saying? When people violate our boundaries or through trauma or just through being subjected to the fucked upness of life, you can unintentionally be initiated into the Qlippoth. So it's, especially if you're spiritual and if you have bloodline connections within the underworld energetically. So yeah, TLDR, seek out a mentor, keep your prayers up, prepare to move. And get your boundaries up. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Again, my name is Bree. Thank you for watching Ghostwriter Intuitions. And with that, I'm going to get the fuck out of this energy. Goodbye, everybody.